The 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter dollar, a coin shrouded in mystery, rarity, and excitement, and one of the most fascinating treasures for collectors. Imagine this: you're going through a jar of old quarters you've barely looked at in years, coins that have spent decades bouncing from pocket to unnoticed and unappreciated. You pick one up and see the date, 1999, with a small P mint mark. On the back, it features the shape of Connecticut with the famous motto engraved beneath. At first glance, it seems like any other state quarter: ordinary, common, something you've probably handled countless times before. But what if I told you that this very coin in your hand could be worth $200,000 too, or in the rarest and most unbelievable cases, even $1.3 million? The story of the 1999 P Connecticut Quarter begins as part of the U.S. Mint's popular 50 State Quarters program, launched in 1999. Each state was represented with a unique design highlighting its history, landmarks, and culture. Connecticut's design depicted the state outline, the famous charter oak tree, and an inscription celebrating its historic contribution to America. Millions of these quarters were minted for circulation, yet within this massive production run, a tiny fraction of coins emerged with unusual characteristics that would eventually make them extremely valuable. What makes the 1999 P Connecticut Quarter so special is that it is not just a piece of modern currency, it is a coin that carries secrets. Most collectors see state quarters as ordinary, pocket-sized mementos of U.S. history, but the Connecticut Quarter holds the rare potential for dramatic errors and unique minting varieties. A small number of coins were struck under atypical conditions, creating anomalies that are invisible to the casual observer but highly prized by serious collectors. These coins were not meant to exist, and yet they survived decades unnoticed, making them a true treasure waiting to be discovered. The 1999 P Connecticut Quarter is mysterious for several reasons. First, its production errors are rare and unpredictable. While millions of coins were minted for circulation, only a handful exhibit the characteristics that make them truly valuable. Doubled dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet errors are among the most sought-after anomalies. Doubled dies occur when the coin die is misaligned during creation, causing parts of the design, lettering, or date to appear doubled. Strong, visible doubling on a Connecticut quarter can significantly increase its value, sometimes pushing it into six-figure territory. Off-center strikes are another dramatic and highly collectible error. When a coin blank is not perfectly aligned in the press, the design may appear shifted or cut off, producing a visually striking coin that collectors prize. Some coins are only slightly off-center, while others are dramatically misaligned, yet still retain the date and major design features. The rarer and more extreme the misalignment, the higher the coin's value. Die cracks and cuds add yet another layer of intrigue. Over time, the dies used to strike coins can crack or chip, leaving raised lines or lumps on the coin. What might seem like a flaw to an untrained eye is actually a rare feature that adds value and interest. Certain Connecticut quarters show intricate patterns of die cracks that are extremely uncommon and highly sought after by collectors. Clipped planchets are also significant. These are coins that were struck on blanks that were improperly cut, resulting in a missing section along the edge. A Connecticut quarter with a clipped planchet stands out immediately and is considered a rare collector's item. Composition errors, although rare, make some coins almost legendary. For instance, a quarter struck on the wrong metal planchet or with an abnormal thickness can command extraordinary prices. These errors are exceedingly rare and often make headlines in the numismatic world when discovered. One of the most thrilling aspects of the 1999 P Connecticut Quarter is that many of the most valuable coins are not pristine. They're old, dirty, and worn from circulation, yet their rarity and error types make them extremely valuable. This means that even a coin that looks ordinary or neglected could potentially be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars or even over $1 million in the rarest cases. Identifying a rare Connecticut quarter requires careful examination. Start with the date and mint mark 1999 with a small p, then inspect the coin closely. Look for doubled letters, numbers, or design elements. Check the alignment for off-center strikes and carefully observe the surface for die cracks or cuds. Examine the edges for clipped planchets or unusual shapes. If possible, weigh the coin. A standard quarter should weigh approximately 5.67 grams. Deviations from this can indicate composition errors. Authentication and professional grading are crucial for coins of this value. Reputable grading services can verify authenticity, detect errors, and assign a grade that affects the market price. Certified coins command significantly higher prices at auction than unverified examples, and some rare Connecticut quarters have sparked intense bidding wars that push their final sale price into the hundreds of thousands. Auction history confirms the incredible demand for these coins. Rare 1999 P Connecticut quarters have sold for $200,000 to $280,000, and coins that combine multiple error types or exceptional provenance have approached $1.3 million. The coin's rarity, historical significance, and excitement of discovery create intense competition among collectors and investors alike. The 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter is not just a piece of modern currency, it is a tangible link to U.S. history, a surviving anomaly from a moment in the 50 state quarters program, and a symbol of the thrill of discovery in the world of coin collecting. It embodies rarity, mystery, and the possibility of life-changing value, reminding collectors that treasures can be hidden in the most ordinary places. These coins continue to be discovered. They may be lying forgotten in old collections, tucked away in drawers, or sitting unnoticed in jars of change. Every new find sparks excitement because it could represent one of the rare coins that collectors have been searching for decades. The 1999 P Connecticut Quarter demonstrates that extraordinary value can be hidden in the most ordinary objects. Coins that appear old, dirty, or worn can possess features worth hundreds of thousands or even over $1 million. It's a coin that captures the imagination, blending history, rarity, and mystery into a single, thrilling collectible. So the next time you come across a 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter, take a closer look. Examine every detail carefully. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, cuds, or clipped planchets. Compare it to ordinary examples, observe the edges, weigh it, and consider its texture, and that thrilling possibility that hidden treasure waiting to be discovered is what makes the 1999 P Connecticut State Quarter one of the most mysterious, rare, and exciting coins in the entire world of numismatics.